What's going on, everyone? Dwayne here from NorCal Nerf Club. Real glad to say I get to have some fun today playing around with this neat little $5 blaster I got down at Dollar General. This being the newest offering from the great company of Dart Zone. This is the Dart Zone Storm Squad Quick Shot Blaster. Nice little 4-shot blaster there. Only $5, like I said, there at Dollar General. At the same time, I noticed that they put the Hasbro, the Nerf Alpha Fangs out there, also a 4-shot blaster. I'm not sure exactly how much they cost, maybe just $5 or $6. If you know exactly, put down in the comment section below exactly what the price on those Fangs are, but I'll guarantee you this one is a better blaster for your $5 than that one. Let's go ahead and just bust this thing out of here. We're not going to mess around a bunch with the packaging and everything. Claims it'll do 80 feet. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about this. It's actually, I have bought 2 of these and got playing around with the one a couple days ago, and they're pretty nifty little blasters, actually. I gotta say, remember, $5 for $5 this blaster. Let's go ahead and get the darts out of here too, because we're going to test this thing on the chronograph straight out of the box, as I always like to do. And then do stick around, because we are opening this up and going to do a spring upgrade on it. But like I said, yeah, just a nice little 4-shot blaster here. Really nice little look to it and everything. It's small. It's very, very small little blaster. I'm going to show you something here. Like this in my hands. Just barely fits my hands, okay, like that. But somehow it's strangely comfortable, especially in this spot right here, which is where I always appreciate comfort, especially after I put a little higher spring load in it. That becomes a factor sometimes, is how comfortable it is when you're going to prime it back. And this blaster, yeah, that's pretty neat. The fake sight up here on top, the fake scope rather, up on top, really aids you a whole lot when you're priming this blaster. Real simple to do, just like that, So that's real good. It's very, very comfortable that way. Didn't hurt my hand at all to do that. And like I said, there's just enough room on there for my hand, and it's just about perfect. Just little compact little blaster. But let's see it. First shot out of the box, what's it gonna do? We got a 76.4 on it. Pretty good. First shot. We got a 73.1. A 69.8. Last shot, 76.7. Pretty good. Now remember, that's right out of the box. That's pretty good for a $5 blaster. We had that max of 76.7. We had the minimum of 69.8 and an average of 74.4. Basically about 75 feet per second right out of the box. That's pretty good, a little bit impressive. Like I said, just a really nice, overall nice little compact blaster. Very quality. You expect the same quality that you always get out of Dart Zone, and this is $5, okay? That's really cool. The other thing I like about this, look at the barrels, the revolver here. No dart post there, okay? And I'm gonna show you some things about the inside I like about this too, okay? But look at that, yeah, no dart post there included. Don't have to rip those out or anything. They're not even there already. But I've got it out of the package. Like I said, we're gonna have some fun with this blaster. I'm gonna put a screwdriver to it and we're gonna get it open and see what's inside. Well, there we have it. Now I have all of the screws taken out of it, and I forgot to mention, if you noticed before, there was a little orange cap on the end of the fake scope over here, and that is solvent welded right on there, and really well too. I couldn't see a real good way to just kind of get it off of there without just totally breaking it off, and that didn't even seem like it was too feasible, because it took me all of about maybe 20 seconds to take my Dremel to it and just cut straight down it. And you're going to need to, that is one thing you're going to need to do to be able to get in the inside of this. Also, a couple little things you want to watch out for here. I'm breaking the rest of that solvent wad on here. Inside is going to be your return spring there, and you're going to be putting that back on as well as this rod back on the inside of it here. I want to snap the rest of this solvent weld off. There we go. That's what I wanted to accomplish. Yeah, and then see that return spring's just going to go right back up. I believe it is on that one right there. We'll see when we go to put it back together. But it's pretty easy. Yeah, you just don't want to lose that spring. And then when you open it up, a bit of caution. I would have something put in front of here so that catch spring doesn't come popping out. And like I put the box over here, you can see I've been playing around with my long shot. That's another project, you guys. Look forward to that video when I finally get this long shot I've been working on done. Yeah, you wait. It is going to be something. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pry the shell apart here. Okay, and then the spring didn't come out that time. But this is what you want to watch out. There's a little tiny catch spring in there that, yeah, if you don't do it right, like when I'm going to go over here, you want to block that. Make sure, just nice and gently take it out so that that doesn't pop. Okay. And I'm probably going to be replacing that catch spring. It's really, really small. But watch this. I'm going to take the little plunger out of there. Okay, and this is something I really like. Check that out. A padded plunger head. Okay, not a real big air restrictor in here. In fact, I'm gonna leave that in. There's no dart post. I've played them around with them before on the Adventure Force blasters, made by the same company, of course, Primetime Toys. And the problem, I don't know, I never saw any increase at all taking out an air restrictor on these blasters. If anything, it decreased it a little bit, and some of the darts don't fire so good. So that's a nice concentrated amount of air that's going to that. And check it out. Yeah, like I said, you know, padded plunger head. We're not going to be padding the plunger head. It's all very nicely done already. So let's go ahead and set that aside while we take the spring off of here, which is actually a pretty decent little spring. Not bad. Not bad for this blaster. Nothing really wimpy. It's kind of a nice spring. And the cool thing about it, too, it's exactly the same diameter and frequency as K26. Like, are you kidding me? Really? Okay, because I before put a rival spring, a cut down rival spring, probably came out of a Hades, I think, either a Hades or a Helios. One of those two. I took a spring out. I had a spare spring from one of those two, and I've had some good success cutting it down, putting it into like the Reflex 6s. And yeah, they're pretty nice, you know. So I've done that. I had done that with this one, just seeing where it was at. But I said I'm going to save this for the video. We're actually going to attempt to put K26 into this blaster. Okay, and I'm just going to really have to have it about the same length as the stock spring. I don't want a ton of pre-compression in it, really, a little bit, because I don't want any kind of loose rattle in there. But yeah, like I said, I want to cut it to about the same length as the stock spring here. Which I'll tell you what, we're gonna go, yeah, down. That'll leave us with here. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be about 9 coils of K26. Woo! That's going to be something if this works out. Like I said, I've got a catch spring that I'm going to put in there, and that might help it out, because I couldn't really see this one. I don't know, maybe. That's pretty stiff. Wow. Just a little spring. This may work out okay. That catches, nothing bad about it or anything. I just worried a little bit that it would hold, but that's not bad. This might just work out after all. With a stock catch in it, putting K26 into this little blaster. So yeah, let me go ahead and I am going to cut the spring down, and I will be right back. So there we have it. Got my K26 spring all cut out. Went ahead and kind of filed out the ends off, rather, kind of squared them down a little bit. It's going to save me a little bit of space here. And then I went ahead and lubed up the plunger head a little bit, which they put a nice amount of it on there. It's really pretty good anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stick this back in here. I always want an open end of a spring like that. I want it down inside there, so I get all of the spring in there, if that makes sense. I want to get every bit of it in there. And once again, we're just gonna slide that on. We're gonna do the spring and catch all kind of at the same time. You just kind of poke down in there. Come on. get that spring to work back in there. Like I said, at the same time, I'm gonna have to, yikes. Okay, try that again. Actually, it's easier, I think, without the little rod right there. So we'll go ahead and pull the spring back off of there carefully. You don't want to lose that. And I got to line up the spring so that it fits in there real nicely. At the same time, like I said, and get the catch and its spring in there. There we go. And yes, I think we can get it from here. Most generally. A little finagling there, and it is in. There, we should be much better this time. Okay, now I can slide it on. Turn spring back around. Place it back on. Put the silly little reticle back in its little place. Just got a couple notches that it fits on there. And then get ready to put on the shell. There we go. Shell's in place. And then we'll put the rest of the scope together and hopefully that stays. Everything stays nicely. Yes, there we go. And there we go. And now I can screw everything back together. Everything's fitting together. Screw this back together and see if we can actually get that spring to catch in there. Okay, so let me get some screws back in this thing. We'll button it all back up and see what we've got. Be right back. Yep, there it is, all screwed back together and everything, and I have not tested it yet. I'll tell you what, if this catches, this will be the smallest blaster that I have K26 into. So this is the moment of truth right here. Can you believe that? All right, well, it caught. Now, the one issue that I had with this other Storm Squad that I put the rival spring into was, for some reason, it got real finicky with darts. And a matter of fact, no longer really liked to fire the Adventure Force waffle heads, which is exactly what you get with this blaster in the package, which is kind of unusual, but that's cool. You know, yeah, got the Adventure Force waffle tips, very good ones, but not necessarily always for front loaders sometimes. But that's what you get with it, and that's what we tested it out before. So what we have was 74.4 average before. Okay, so let's see what our improvement is with K26. Help, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't, for some reason, it does not like, doesn't like waffle tips no more. And I'm not having a real big problem at all with priming that or anything, but it's just not, yeah, I can't figure that quite out. It's hitting pretty hard, but like I said, Adventure Force waffle tips aren't always the greatest ones for front loaders. Oftentimes what I've had a lot of success with is these right here. The Zuru X-Shot darts, these little orange ones are pretty nice. They work really well actually in a lot of front loading blasters like this one. A little bit shorter, and we're gonna see, these things should be zinging out of there pretty good. Okay, let's see. Once again, yeah, see, that's not bad to prime. That's what, 9 coils of K26 in there? My God. Okay, we got 82 on that one. 108.5, so we're getting a little bit better. 108.2 and 127.9. That's more the number that I'm looking for. Matter of fact, let me go grab a couple more of these darts and I'll be right back. So yeah, there, now I have loaded up 4 more of the orange X-Shot darts, and we're gonna see if we can get kind of more of that number, 127.9. That's pretty high, you know, that's pretty good for this type of blaster. So let's see. Once again, I got an 82.6. Now, with the rival spring in there, I was once again seeing these inconsistencies. Some would fire pretty good and others not so much. Now, let's see where we're at here. 118, see, on the second shot there. Let's try this again. 106.9, and then one more time. 115.7. So we're kind of like all over the place. Now remember, we did start at 74.4. So we have an improvement there. I kind of want to go inside these blasters and figure out if I can do something to get it a little bit more consistent. But as you can see right there, we had a max of 127.9. I had a minimum of 82.6 and an average of 106.3. So a nice little improvement for a $5 blaster that now has K26 in it, and it's catching with the stock catch spring. That thing is not bad. Like I showed you before, the stock spring for this really isn't too bad. I've definitely seen worse ones, like in, you know, in the Adventure Force, like you got the Reflex 6s or the Destroyer, things like that. Yeah, they have a much weaker spring in them, but so that's not too shabby. Just gotta kind of try to work out the kinks and see what it is. Like I said, I don't want to remove that air restrictor. It just makes a nice little seal right there, and like I said, I've never seen an improvement out of these blasters taking the air restrictor out. As a matter of fact, if anything, it goes down 5-10 feet per second when you do that. But there we go. Nifty little blaster. That was a fun little experiment. We'll see. We'll get back in there. If I get back in there in the next day or two and then figure something out, I'll leave it down in the comment section below. I'll highlight that comment, and you'll see it at the top of the comments below this video. But other than that, like I said, nifty little blaster for $5. Smallest blaster I've ever had K26 catching, and that's pretty good. And we got it up to 127.9, 128. That's real cool. So I really did have a good time making this video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a second or so to go down there and leave me a thumbs up on this video. Would be very much appreciated. Pretty nifty little blaster. Once again, $5. Go pick yourself one up and a couple dollars worth of K26 in it, and you'll have a real nice blaster. So you guys take care, and I will see you in my next video.